Hi, welcome back to my channel. Don't mind me. I'm laughing because of the commentary I'm going to be making over the particular event I want to speak about. China lifted tariffs from 33 African countries, and the removal of these tariffs are limited. So China is expecting African countries, 33 of them, to import into China tariff-free. And China is not imposing any tariffs on their products. And these products are largely products that are unprocessed products. So China is going to be processing these products. We're not creating new markets. We are going to be selling our raw materials to China. And when you look at the trade volume over the years, it stood at $55 billion. And it hasn't really increased. And when you look at some of the items that are listed there, Nigeria does not even have comparative advantage on it. Because if we do, we should be running to Ukraine to get wheat. And we don't even have enough sugar to satisfy our markets. And we need Africa before selling to China. So you look at the volume of trade between China and Nigeria, beyond our resources that they've been taking. Those who have no tariffs imposed on them and who are not even trading with China are recording $77 billion in excess. That's about $15–20 billion in excess of what we've been doing with China. That is removing duty from everything for about 27 countries. Are we moving forward or are we moving backwards? The China Greek gift is not for Africa, and I continue to maintain that China may not mean well for Africa, except they create the industries in Africa. China wants us to consume the finished goods, keep the jobs back in China, and the rest of Africa continues to push our resources that we should have processed back home, created the jobs for our people to China. While the Chinese nationals are enjoying and having jobs and getting industrialized, we are bearing the brunt of it. Poverty. We live a world of consumerism. We live a world of dependency. And that's what China is still doing here. What China is doing in other words here is, because the tariff is becoming too high in America, let's make them feel good while we push volume of our goods back to Africa. And this is why I expect Africans to use their brains. But Africans are not doing it. The leadership instability, the clannishness, the nepotism, corruption wouldn't let Africans think. How do you expect that one civil servant is a multi-billionaire? I'm not saying multi-millionaire, multi-billionaire. Wealthy enough to even dole out 1.4 billion naira as a gift to a politician. That is the situation most African countries have found themselves today. We are robbing our countries dirty. We are robbing our countries blind at the expense of other people. Chinese can industrialize our countries and our continent. Only Africans can create enabling environments. Only Africans can end insecurity and create jobs and ensure that our people are not shipped out of the country to other countries in the name of job racketeering, only to end up in prostitution, criminality, and all kinds of crime that has kept them where they are. China is offering us nothing by removing tariffs for 33 African countries, because the volume of trade over the years from 2005 till date stood even at 55 billion. So we've been pegged there, and we are not even increasing our production, our capacity rate. What that means is that the Chinese is not even helping our markets, and they are not taking our finished products, they are taking our raw materials to create their product, keep the jobs back in China, and leave us poor. It's time for Africans to speak. It's time for Nigeria to think with their head. I heard the Minister of Finance talking about having negotiations with America over the tariffs. I don't think we need to have any kind of conversations. It's an opportunity for Nigeria to go back to the drawing board and see what we are not doing correctly and get back and fix it. Industrialization is the way out. We need to create our market. If we have products, believe me, other African countries also want to patronize Nigeria. We have left that void, and China is filling it, and we are also consuming from China. Why can't we produce what other African countries need? Nigeria can create a garment factory, Nigeria can establish shoe factory, and we can create other opportunities. Why are we allowing the Chinese market to infiltrate our market in such a manner that we are only consumers, we are not partakers, we are not working in the industries in Nigeria? The few industries that the Chinese have brought here are not even serving any purpose. We have established our own investments. Our citizens have established more investments that are meaningful than what the Chinese is bringing to Nigeria and the rest of Africa. The Trump tariffs gives African countries, particularly Nigeria, an opportunity to begin to think out of the box and begin to create. We are not creating, we are not selling, we are not producing, we are not consuming what we produce. Over-reliance on foreign goods has led us here. And these foreign goods account for some of the issues that we're battling with today. Health-related issues because there are no regulations, there are no control. We don't know what these guys have really packaged and imported and shipped to us. This is an opportunity for Africa to speak with one voice. Nobody is scared of tariffs. We need to renegotiate, no doubt, but we need to also produce. When we rely on consumption, endless consumption, it will bring pain at a point, and this is where it has led us. We need to begin to think, how do we bridge this gap? What do we do differently? How do we fix the power sector? How do we create jobs? And how do we create endless opportunities for Nigerians so that Africans and Nigerians can trade amongst themselves, expand the markets, move within African countries to work in factories, not work as hawkers, as prostitutes, as criminal gangs? I'd love to read your thoughts on these ideas and the issues I've raised, and I hope to see you in the next videos.